It's in our blood. It's in our DNA. It's in our heritage to speak out against atrocities around the world. That's who we are as Malaysians. And for people that don't know that, you don't know your history. Because I feel sometimes that we feel as though everyone is doing something that is out of the ordinary.
All right. I think we are recording. Nice. Welcome to our
Episode 9.
episode 9. Will be the last for the year.
Last of the year. We are recording this on the very last day
Last day.
of the year
Yeah.
before 2026. And we're so hardworking.
I think when we look back at this moment in time, we say, oh, how much we sacrificed this project. It's not really sacrifice. It's a labor of love.
So I'm gonna remind what are your goals for 2026 goals. These are
Goals.
Do you want to achieve next year?
I think yesterday I've given you my thoughts on the idea of New Year's resolution.
Yeah.
I don't like to put any goals for a New Year's resolution.
Okay.
Yeah, because I believe there's a difference between setting objective and setting tactics.
Yeah.
We put so much effort in setting objective, right? But we never think about the tactics.
Yeah.
How do we actually get there? I mean, obviously lah, year by year, it is the same thing. What we want, health, wealth, and what else? And it means health,
Peace of mind.
Yeah.
Friendships.
Yeah.
Joy.
Yeah. Betul. But all these things, it's not something that you can actually ask for a single particular year. It's actually a constant effort of a daily constant effort.
Yeah.
You need to do it daily. You need to do
Daily, yeah.
If you wanna make friends, you need to from the moment you wake up, you need to think, okay, how do I become much more cordial and much more inviting to talk to people? If you want to be more healthy, you wake up, just set up your 10K steps punya ni lah. Steps lah.
Okay, bukan 10K.
No, not 10K. Yeah, even I couldn't do 10K every day. Yeah, but it's a daily thing lah. It's a part of it. You're not supposed to wish for it. If you wish for it, then it will be New Year revolution.
Sure. One thing you wish for is it becomes a one day going to. One day I'm going to ...
Yeah.
So it's not one day, it's day one.
Yes. Yeah.
Always day one.
It's always day one. Yeah. You put you atomize all these things. When you put it like you segment all your bigger life goal into small, single, digestible part, it will become much more achievable. Right.
Yeah.
The goal is not to look healthy. It's not to be healthy. It's a process.
Yeah.
Having peace of mind is a process. Wealth is a process.
Yeah.
Right.
Friendship, relationship, marriage.
Yeah, everything is a process.
Joy.
Yeah. You tukar banyak kali awet or boyfriend. Right. Yeah. If you tukar banyak kali pun, if the unconscious part of you were craving the same thing, you were having your relationship won't last like 5 years tops.
Also it's a doctor.
I got a PhD.
Yeah.
Please hold the door. Sorry.
Please. Everything. Life is a journey, right?
Yeah, life is a journey. Yeah.
Speaking of journey, Malaysia also is on a journey.
Wow.
And today we're going to talk about.
Wait. We haven't introduced ourselves. I'm Lukman.
Oh, welcome to Sidang.
Welcome to Sidang.
This is season 1, episode 9. Before we talk about Malaysia's journey, sorry, I got ahead of myself. I just want to share that KSI Strategic Institute for Asia Pacific has just launched our end of the year KSI Insights, a quarterly publication that aims to differentiate signal from the noise and give you insights. And because we live in a very VUCA world, and we have more than 12 articles in the latest KSI Insight publication. So head over to Hasi www.kasi.asia, www.kasi.asia, K-A-S-I.asia, and go over to publications, and you get to see the articles written by myself and our fellows. And the theme is ASEAN 2025 Reflections.
Reflection.
And it's a very interesting publication because we have written on various issues. So, US, China, Timor-Leste.
Yeah, Timor-Leste.
There's a fun one. I know about AI, technology. You have cybersecurity. You have sustainable development. You have a lot of things in that particular publication. With forward from our boss, Nancy Makalio, the whole gene of the Deep Tech world. So check it out. Once again, get to www.kasi.asia to download that particular publication called KSI Insights December edition. And I'm about to say this show is brought to you by KSI Strategy.
Yeah.
Asia Pacific. Okay. Speaking of, really quite cool though. This show is brought to you by KSI Insights.
Yeah.
We obviously hope to get partners next year.
Mm-hmm.
That we can put the merchandise on people. That's my goal for next year.
Yeah, and then we speak all good things
of these brands. I actually have a brand in mind, but I cannot say this out loud yet.
Yeah.
But it is F&B.
Yeah, F&B. Yeah.
The merchandise is fine here.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
we
talk about journey.
Yeah.
Life is a journey.
Yeah. Then what's your
I was hoping
tak ada lah if I seorang mana boleh.
So this year my year has been health.
Yeah,
I have lost 12 kilograms.
Nice.
It's not much.
Yeah.
Much thanks to you actually.
I fat shame you.
You called me out last year, 2024. So this year, 2025, I lost 12 kilos.
Yeah.
I'm able to ride also long distances. And this year has been the year of health. Mental health has been top notch.
Yeah.
I have a very good routine morning to night.
Yeah.
I read a lot.
Yeah.
All that stuff. Next year is going to be interesting because next year is growth. Yeah. I want to pick up new skills. I also want to do new things. So you knows by right the training arm of KSI, known as KSI Academy.
KSI Academy.
Yeah. So I want to do more training next year, teaching and sharing on AI and also other things.
Yeah.
So that will be a fun thing to do next year. Growth, learning and sharing for everyone's development. So that's the good for next year.
Good. Next year.
Okay. So we do the journey.
Yeah, we shall do the journey.
So we all have journeys in life. So is our factory. Our factory, as we have spoken in a few episodes about the development, which we will talk in this episode, but we will talk about an area that is perceived to be more academic. Yeah, it's foreign policy.
Foreign policy.
Yeah. So as you know, every country around the world has a foreign policy because every country, they're not the only country in the world. Malaysia is not the only country in the world. We have neighbors, which we call states, right? States or bahasa mudah governments lah. Different countries, different governments. So in these different states that we have, Malaysia has to interact with our neighbors in our different states, from Indonesia, Singapore, Thailand, all the way to US and China. And so question is, how does Malaysia do it? I'm going to give an overview of this, and then after that we'll have a discussion. Let me start with my hypothesis. Hypothesis. Malaysia tries not to pick sides so you can stay safe and do business with everyone and anyone.
Yeah.
That's the hypothesis.
Yeah. Not west side, east side.
Not west side, not east side, outside. Malaysia side.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's start from the very beginning, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Before I jump in, you want to add anything before I jump in?
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So the year is 1957. Alamak.
So early,
yeah, man.
Oh my.
3-hour episode.
In the beginning, let there be light.
I tak nak pergi.
Oh no.
Kan Melaka kot. Wait.
Yeah. Please hold the door.
Tidur dia. Bodoh.
Okay.
1957, Tunku Abdul Rahman. Okay. He was PM from 1957 to 1970. Okay. Tunku Abdul Rahman is known to be pro-West.
Pro-West.
Yeah, but in all fairness to Tuan Rahman, because baru independent at the time, Merdeka, we actually relied on the British colonizers for security. Because at the time they were fighting the communist insurgency. Okay? And so, Tuan Rahman, I suppose, I think lah, he had to be friends with the West. And also, true to some criticism, Tuan Rahman pun actually is a Sinophile lah.
Sinophile.
Okay? He's getting British his ways lah. Kan?
Anglophile.
Sorry. Oh, Anglophile. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Anglophile.
Yeah.
Sinophile here. Chinese.
Yeah.
Anglophile. Sorry.
Yeah, the Chinaman.
So, Tuan Rahman, security driven, anti-communist, because of the Malaysian emergency, due to the Malaysian or Malayan Chinese communist party insurgency.
Yeah.
Chinese pula.
MCP, yeah.
But FCP predominantly is Chinese lah.
Yeah, predominantly Chinese.
Okay. When I say pro-West, pro-British, generally pro-British lah. Okay. And also don't forget he was close to the Commonwealth. Which we still are, tapi Commonwealth has become less relevant now, especially after the passing of Queen Elizabeth. Okay, what else? During this period, Malaysia had friendly relations with our neighbours, but there was a period where it was a bit turbulent during the formation of Malaysia, 1963 to 1965. We had a bit of a fight with our neighbour Indonesia, known as Fantasi.
Yeah.
Okay, where Indonesian troops actually landed in Johor. They were actually paramilitary or not actually regular army lah, and they were immediately captured lah, and they were served as lepak. Kidding. But yeah, there was a bit of a conflict lah.
Yeah.
And the conflict was real, not so much on Malaysia, Peninsula side, but in Borneo.
Yeah.
Dekat the borders of Sabah and Sarawak, betul-betul ada fight.
If I'm not mistaken, the items that were confiscated from the troops, brought to the UN Assembly. Yeah, UN Assembly.
We brought it.
To present a case towards to the UNGA and to say that the Indonesian are committing
war.
War.
There's a
it's not war, like aggression.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Very IR.
Yeah.
There's an island near Tawau where the island is half. Bukan half lah. Tadi macam the top part is Malaysian, the bottom part is Indonesian. Pulau Sebatik. If I'm not mistaken lah. Can correct me if I'm wrong. Pulau Sebatik. Island is very interesting. The island, about 30% is Malaysian, 40% is Indonesian. Very fascinating lah. That one ada skirmish.
It's not the only island that half Malaysia, half Indonesia.
Yeah.
It's the Borneo Island lah.
Oh yeah. Top part is Malaysia. Ada Borneo juga lah.
Yeah.
Okay, so during this period, we were friendly with the West lah.
Yeah.
British. Then everything changed. Tunku Rahman obviously had to step down because of 1969 Malaysian riots. And then Tun Abdul Razak, the second Prime Minister, and some people argue, and I agree, probably the most consequential Prime Minister of all time. Tun Abdul Razak. Bukan Ta is Tunku Abdul Rahman. Tunku Abdul Razak. Dia very interesting. 1970s onwards, there was a clear shift to, this is a keyword, non-alignment. Okay, I want to just do a quick classroom here. A lot of Malaysians ataupun observer like to use the word neutral. Oh, Malaysia very neutral. Wrong. Don't ever use that word. Neutral is like Switzerland. That means whatever happens in the world, we don't take sides. We only, you all do whatever you want. We just chill here.
Yeah.
Malaysia
no more crimes here.
No more crimes here. Kita ambil gitu. I think about Switzerland.
Yeah.
Switzerland government. Remember this guy. Okay. Swiss government. So okay. Malaysia is not neutral, Luman.
Yeah.
Malaysia is not aligned. Meaning that we don't pick this side or that side. We pick this side. We still pick a side. Neutral means you don't pick any side. We pick our side. And what we mean by non-alignment is Malaysia, for its we're very big on maintaining the global order, maintaining the rules-based world system, world order. So that means we uphold the rules, regulations, the conventions, and the institutions, the norms, rules, and institutions. That's why we send peacekeeping missions all over the world, to parts of Africa, to remember Somalia. We sent us to Somalia We send troops to Lebanon, all parts of the world. So that is how Malaysia is popular because we take a side, non-alignment side, our side, and that also means the side of the South-South or the global South. So global South. And South-South is the cooperation between countries in the global South. Okay. So non-alignment, very important. This is the shift, the start shift from the West to non-alignment. Okay. During this time, there's a keyword also during that Razak time. Zopan.
Zone of peace, freedom,
and neutrality. Yeah. Zopan ni ada berapa orang Zopan.
itu lah.
Yeah. So Zopan actually is not called Zopan. I think it's ZOPNAN. To Razak propagated this idea, supported this idea. And 1974 is very important. 1974 was the year that Malaysia, one of the first countries in Southeast Asia, went to China. And don't forget, this is China right after, and towards the end of Mao's time. So Abdul Razak went to China, met with Mao, Chairman Mao, and established relations with the People's Republic of China. This was a big deal because China at the time still firmly communist. Okay, not today lah. Today more open. At the time it was communist. And don't forget, the whole communist insurgency, a lot of Malaysians macam, ini pretty diplomatic relations with China. But Razak took a gamble.
Yeah.
And he played off later on lah.
Yeah.
So Razak did that he pivoted to non-alignment but also open relations with China. Okay. Tun Hussein on, which happens to be Leman's other favorite prime minister, continued most of Tun Razak's
one of my favorite Johorian.
Son of Jaafar and Hussein on son is Hisham Hussein, another pragmatic leader. Anyway,
Not his favorite Johorian.
Not so far.
No. Maybe good looking though. Anyhow.
Hussein on continued most of Razak's policy. Okay. 1981, another leader came up. PM4.
Hailing from the north. Hailing from the north.
Okay. To Razak pun itu Rahman pun.
Yeah.
Razak.
But this is much further across the Indian Ocean.
Sorry. No. That's not true.
That's not true.
Mahathir is more important.
Yeah.
Okay. So 1981.
Mahathir.
Came into the picture.
First term.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mahathir 1.0. First term. And he was there for 22 years. And Mahathir, let's not kid ourselves. He did a lot for foreign policy. Okay, Mahathir became more outspoken when it comes to global affairs. Yeah? He was known as the spokesperson for the third world. If you go to many parts of Africa, many parts of Asia, people, when they talk about Malaysia, they talk about Mahathir. The older guys, the older people. Remember Mahathir. He spoke out against the genocide in Bosnia. He spoke out against the situation in Palestine. Was very fervent. He spoke up. He made relations with countries all across the world. Did you know, Lukman, that I may have mentioned this, but our country, the reason why we have among the strongest passports in the world, top 10, is because we have embassies operating at over 100 countries. There's a lot of embassies, everyone. Thanks to Dr. Mahathir. He made sure that Malaysia's presence is not only there, but is felt. And this is Mahathir's credit. He really made sure that we build friendships with everyone. But there are one country that I think most of you know, he emphasized on, the Look East policy. Look East policy actually focused on the East Asian countries, but he narrowed down to Japan. During this time, there was the Buy British Last policy, where he said, at the time, Margaret Thatcher, not his favorite PM, Margaret Thatcher, UK, raised the fees on Malaysian students or international students. And Mahathir said, but I thought we're Commonwealth. How come you increase the fees on Malaysian students? And so Mahathir got really angry. It's okay, we buy British last. It's a form of protest against the British. And At the same time, he introduced the Look East policy, where he wanted to do knowledge transfer, value transfer, tech transfer, to learn how the countries like Korea, Japan build up so quickly.
IP transfer.
IP transfer, you name it lah. Okay? Mahathir is obsessed in Japan, and rightfully so. Japan was the number 2 economy at that time. Okay, what else did he do? I mentioned just now the South operation. In the previous episode, the soft power episode, I talked about the Malaysia Technical Cooperation Program, where Malaysia would force delegates from the third world, the global south, to study how we do things in Malaysia, technical knowledge transfer. And that is known as the South-South. In fact, Mahathir was big on the South-South. He would force leaders in Langkawi and have declarations on firming out South-South collaboration, defending the global South. He was big for now, not aligned movement. He even hosted the summit towards the end of this tenure, I think, the first tenure. And obviously, Israel. Mahathir was big on fighting the evil Zionist regime. Israel. Which happened.
Yeah.
Take care.
Yeah. Let's go, Josh Habash. The PFLP.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay. To nuansa. So he a passport, Malaysia passport, Israel.
Yep.
Until today. And Mahathir didn't study, but Mahathir upheld it. And even there was a famous UNGA, United Nations General Assembly, 2003, I believe. He said the Jews rule the world by proxy. Very controversial statement. And I mean, if we're being more nuanced, I think he meant to the Zionists. But that's Mahathir for you.
Yeah, Mahathir. So unapologetic.
Yeah. And I'm very proud of the stance he's taken. It's not popular, something is not right, but he beat his decisions. Right? Okay. 2003, 2008. Another leader came up, Paklah. Tullah Ahmad Badawi. Right?
The late
arwah Tullah Ahmad Badawi. He was actually continued with a lot of Mahathir's policy, but one thing that he did, I want to mention here is he started mapping ties with the West, because Mahathir was antagonistic with the West. Paklah was more moderate, was Satya, right? And Paklah also
Hadari. Yeah,
Hadari. Moderate lah, was Satya. Isam Hadari. He also did a lot of good when it comes to the Malaysia-Singapore relations. And the very first Malaysia-Singapore leaders retreat was under Palestine. Right? 2007. He wanted to
where?
I think it was here. He was out here. Every year, Malaysia and Singapore will have retreats. Retreats 2 times a year, and alternate with countries. Okay. So Paklah emphasized on multilateralism, defending international institutions like the United Nations, WTO, and rebuilding relations with the West. That's all. But Paklah had a short time. After that, Najib. 2009 to 2018, Najib was very interesting. He focused a lot on economic diplomacy. And one of the things he did was, not only did he welcome Obama, who visited Malaysia twice, right, during his time as president, second term, Najib was big on China. Now, still maintaining non-alignment, Najib would deepen relationship with China through BRI, Belt and Road Initiative. And so we have the I think the China-Malaysia Kuantan Port, we have ECRF, East Coast Link, all these BRI projects that are in Asia, thanks to Najib. And Najib, he emphasized deeper economic collaboration with China. People might say that Najib pivoted to China. I think it's not really a fair take, because Najib also, don't forget, met with Trump during Trump's first term. So he was doing what we call hedging, balancing both sides, not taking sides. Right? Malaysia's foreign policy can be characterized as hedging up until now.
he mentioned that also a legacy thing for him, because his father, his father was the first. Yeah.
There's a picture, iconic picture where Razak is shaking hands with
Yeah.
black and white.
Yeah.
And I think there's the level of nostalgia for the 20th.
Yeah.
Okay. What else? 2018, 2022. This was a weird time. But Mahathir 2.0, we did.
So watershed lah.
This was a very unprecedented time because 3 PMs in 4 years, in 2 years.
Is this where decades happen?
Decades happen. COVID happened.
Yeah.
COVID happened. We couldn't do much around this time. COVID meant that the government had to focus on domestic policy, not foreign policy.
Yeah.
But having said that, we still, as an active member of ASEAN, participate. Don't forget, during this time was the Myanmar crisis. Malaysia tried to do its best to try to resolve this. Malaysia also maintained relations with China and US. People don't know this, but PM is like somebody actually went to Washington DC to visit Joe Biden, President Joe Biden, for the US ASEAN summit. Okay, 3 PMs, not much happened during this period. In 2022, Mahathir also tried to renegotiate some projects in China.
So the vaccine diplomacy?
Vaccine diplomacy for sure. Sinovac,
Pfizer,
Sinovac to China. I think the rest may actually have to negotiate with this big pharma. 2022, as Rupa will call it, our beloved Rahid. Firstly, I want to say something about PMX. She's actually the best foreign minister we've never had. As a PM, extremely well traveled, well spoken. Every time I see PMX speak on the world stage, I feel extremely proud.
Yeah.
Man who can articulate complexities in a nuanced way that also makes sense to the everyday people. Or people little communities. If there's something about PMX on Ibrahim, his talent shines on the world stage. Because don't forget, he also has made those friendships with the world leaders when he was DPM, Deputy Prime Minister, in the 90s, during Mahathir's first term. Anwar, we talked about this actually in episode 2 about ASEAN, right? Anwar did extremely well as the chair of ASEAN 2025. He showed through leadership through ASEAN. Leadership through ASEAN. He invited President Donald Trump, invited President of New Zealand, President of Canada, Prime Minister of Canada, Prime Minister of New Zealand, Prime Minister of Canada, to Malaysia, convened ASEAN Summit. He brought the GCC, the Gulf Countries Corporation. He brought China to Malaysia in ASEAN Summits. Renewed multilateral cooperation. He continued hedging between China and US, despite a much sharper geopolitical rivalry between the two. And Anwar did it. Maybe people see a lot of things about PMX, but at least he did it. And one more thing, people make fun of PM, saying that, maybe, especially about the people that are not comfortable with him. They say that he's Perdana Menteri Gaza, mocking him. At least he's brave enough to take a stand against genocide. And here's one to most nations that are many nations making fun of him. We have always been active on the world stage. There's never been a time when Malaysia withdrew. During the first period when Tunku Abdul Rahman was Prime Minister, he sent peacekeepers to war zones when Malaysia had no money. But we did it. It's in our blood. It's in our DNA. It's in our heritage to speak out against atrocities around the world. That's who we are as Malaysians. And for people that don't know that, you don't know your history. Because I feel sometimes that we feel as though Anwar is doing something that is out of the ordinary. No, he's continuing the tradition, the heritage of Malaysia's active participation in the world stage.
We're actually not just peacekeeper, peace builder, right?
Absolutely. Nation builders, peace builders. That's who we are as Malaysians. That's why people come to our country. They see our They see us
Yeah.
as peace-loving people. We don't fight violently.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might fight verbally, but not violently.
Yeah.
And that shows to our country, their people. And that's why maybe when you look at how PM has defended Gaza, Palestinian rights, I feel extremely proud because there is a man who knows that upholding the rights of the Palestinians is upholding international law, international norms, and international institutions.
Yes.
That's who we are. And for people who say that he's doing it because he's parallel to the Islamists, you just don't know history.
Mm.
Okay. Common themes. And open up for discussion. ASEAN is a very common theme when it comes to Malaysian foreign policy. We were one of the co-founders from ASEAN. We will be there for Tagging Memorial. We're one of the core members, don't forget, alongside Singapore, alongside Thailand, Indonesia, right? We have a preference for multilateralism. We don't like to do bilateral. We don't like to do one by one. We like to work with friends along the spectrum. So working with working through international organizations like WTO, World Trade Organization, United Nations, ASEAN, you name it. We are big on multilateralism. A lot of our policy also, I forgot to mention this, is trade. We do a lot of trade because we are a trading nation. Our country depends on trade. We are very open when it comes to trading. We always pick diplomacy over military. That's the thing as mentioned just now. But we use our military for the right reasons. Peacekeeping in Lebanon, right? In Somalia, that's us. If you watch the movie Black Hawk now, actually the first troops that came to rescue the American soldiers, Pakistan in the movie, but they didn't show the Malaysians. And our soldiers actually got killed when they tried to rescue American soldiers. That's who we are as Malaysians. Very proud of that. Okay. One last point, Palestine. Obviously, I talked about Palestine, right? It's not just Palestine. There was also Bosnia. We spoke about this Bosnia genocide by the Serbs. Palestine considered, which is the most recent Gaza genocide, 2023 onwards. Here's a fun fact, everyone, before I pass to you. Did you know that Malaysia, in the beginning, wasn't actually pro-Palestine? Yeah. According to the MBRAS journal, which is the Malaysian branch of the Royal Asiatic Society, MBRS, which I'm very proud to be a member of, they released a journal, academic journal, and in the journal, I can't remember which year, many years ago, it said that in the first 5 years of Malaya's independence, 1957 to 1962, 1963, Malaysia actually was open to all countries, including Israel. So what happened was, Israel had an embassy in Singapore, and we actually had an Israel consulate in Kuala Lumpur. Yeah, a consulate or consul general, either one. I think that consul general 1%. And you actually have Jewish businesses in Kuala Lumpur and also Penang. There's a book that you guys should read called The Last Jews of Penang. Quite sad story about how they left Singapore. What changed? When Indonesia initiated confrontasi 53, Indonesia worked with the Middle Eastern countries who at the time were fighting Israel. And Indonesia was very influential because they convened the Batu Conference for solidarity between the Asian and African countries, right? And Indonesia was campaigning amongst the Middle Eastern countries to vote against Malaysia's entry in the United Nations. And so what Malaysia had to do? Malaysia, knowing that we can't lose the Middle Eastern bloc, we pivoted 100% to Palestine in 65. And so we pivoted. But then what this means is this. We're very pro-Palestine, but things can change, you know what? Because at one point, we were ambivalent. Not pro-Israel, not pro-Palestine, just ambivalent. Ambiguous. In the future, I won't be surprised when things are better in Palestine and Israel, when the two countries, two states can coexist. There might be a time when Malaysia recognizes Israel. Because at the end of the day, Malaysia tries to be friends with everyone, anyone, and we don't take sides.
There's like I said, as usual, like it's a much needed context to the I think to to say, how to put this in word, to give credence to Malaysia. Whenever that I see people criticizing Malaysia's decision to become much more upfront and much more clearer stance, especially on humanitarian issues, the morality issues, they said, oh, buat apa, this is just talk. But at least that's the thing that we do. We stand, we always stand on the right side of history. We always stand on the right side of history. I mean, right now we talk about Palestine because that is, I think, one of the last persisting issues since the 1940s. The last persisting issues like being I would say a tumor in the conscience of the international community.
Yeah.
But before this, we have so many more. Remember the time where we took a stance against South Africa? Apartheid. Yeah, understand. Yeah, where we supported the Irish Republicans. We supported the Libyans. We have so many, and people always forget that this issue are longer, but it's already solved. We supported the Good Friday Agreement.
Yeah, we did.
Right.
We always stand on the right side. Right?
Yeah, we always, and people say, oh, you just all talk. Yeah, it's better than people who stay silent and complicit in this crime.
Absolutely. And sorry, not to attack anyone now.
Yeah.
Switzerland is not the best model to have.
Yeah.
Neutral, meaning you don't do anything.
Sorry. Hey, come on, like this country invent Nestle. Come on.
Okay.
This country invent Nestle poison how many kids in how many generation of kids? I mean, okay, I want to be unabashed, right?
No, I want to go to Switzerland. That one is clear.
Yeah, I don't want to go to Switzerland for whatever reason. It's true. Even Ultra, dia punya the shoes, I don't want to support them.
Okay, to buy.
Switzerland, especially they say Swiss technology. Say no.
I boycott.
I know one. Yeah, I boycott because I took a stance. I took a stance, just like McD, like McDonald's. Yeah. I took a stance.
Yeah.
I took a stance not because of Palestine issue first, because it's a garbage food. Yeah. Why would I support that? Why would I give money to a corporation that spent? Okay, I digress. Yeah. Okay. But in the case of Malaysia, talking is the easiest thing to get.
I agree.
If even kalau itu pun you cannot do, then why do you stand with history?
Yeah.
Why are you sacrificing the lives of many just for some semblance of oh no, we try to stay neutral? No. If you stay neutral in the matters of great evil, then you accomplish it. Easy, complicit. And you can answer it. Like I am very I would say I try to be non-biased.
Yeah.
I don't like to pick a side. I don't even pick the genocide. Sorry, I don't pick any side. I just think things like very strict, objectively. And the objective thing is, if we cannot take a stand against this horrendous activity, where do we stand?
Yeah.
Might as well we lay down shackles on our feet.
Agree.
Yeah, but I digress.
You know, some people don't understand the point of having foreign policy.
Yeah.
You cannot live in the world. Let's use an analogy.
Yeah.
You have friends.
Yeah.
Then your friends kill someone.
Yeah.
What do? You keep quiet?
Yeah.
No, you tell. What are you doing? Yeah. What friends do?
Yeah.
In fact, if anything, Malaysia's being a friend by telling Israel, stop doing that. Yeah. If you want to preserve your reputation yourself, you stop killing children.
Yeah.
I think that's what friends actually do.
Yeah.
Nothing to say that Malaysians are anti-Semitic. Everyone around the world, there are some of them who are genuinely anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
There are people who are anti-Semites.
Yeah.
But to say that Malaysia is generally anti-Semitic, I think that's the matter.
Yeah.
I think there's a difference between anti-Zionism, which is basically anti-imperialism, and anti-Semitism, which is basically a big difference. I think a lot of religions are anti-colonialism, anti-imperialism.
Yeah. I still remember. It's not I remember my grandparents are still bitter over what the Japanese did. And is it anti-Japanese if I firmly stand on the ground that the Japanese government must give apology, formal apology to the victims of their imperial activities in the past. It's not anti-Japanese. It's simply asking accountability. That's all. That's it.
Let's just also forget that after when we talk about this 13 years after World War II, we already obsessed with Honda bikes.
Yeah.
We forget
Yeah.
history sometimes is very short.
Yeah. Yeah. Because the I think there's a lot of goodwill with the Japanese people, the Japanese government. Yeah. There's some level, but there is goodwill. And that is the stance, that is the essence of diplomacy. Before I do some research on diplomacy, I think about I ask the first question of why do we need diplomacy in the first place? Why do we need diplomacy? Actually, I found out that one of the earliest sociological example, archaeological findings of human society is in, if I'm not mistaken, Tanzania. In the Lake Naturuk. Yeah. So in the Lake Naturuk, they found encampments all across the lake. And there's one encampment that they found like a very flourishing society. They got like a fireplace, animal bones, there's food and there's but not too far from the area. Or the activities that got weeded out because suddenly there's a sign that the activity suddenly stopped. Like what happened? And then they go not too far from there. They notice a mud plains, full of fossils. Fossils of what? Human bones. If I'm mistaken, it's 30 more. Alright? And they excavate the bones. This is like thousands of years before any written history. One of the earliest. They excavate the bones. They found all these bones, except for one, is mutilated. They got the skulls fractures.
Yeah.
There's some knife marks on the bones. And sadly enough, there is one young woman, the very late stage of pregnancy. But they was killed. And there's one, the one unmutilated body, even though it was not mutilated, but it was there's evidence that it was pointed to watch. He's the last to die. So Rousseau's idea of humanity is very much I don't believe in the Rousseau idea of humanity, which is we are inherently good people. Yeah, no. I believe in Hobbesian nature of humanity. That we are, because that's the earliest example of human sociological activities. There's two competing, and excessive violence. It's needless. But
Hobbesian meaning
Hobbesian's meaning the
cynical, pessimistic.
Yeah.
Sure.
Humans are inherently violent. And a society that put a stopgap to that. Yeah. So anyhow, so this is like one of the first thing that humanity do. And it is not just describe a war, a scene, describe a massacre, the excessive violence. It describe I did say war, isn't it? Yeah, describe war. Exactly. Humanity, from the very moment that we emerge, what we do best is war. War for resource. War. And over this time, the world is written with war. The World War is nothing. It truly is the war to end all wars. Now we only have conflicts.
Small scale.
Only we have that. And the reason why we can even reduce our war-like activities is because we have diplomacy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Diplomacy. And without this art of talking, art of persuading, art of renegating, art of negotiating, and art of giving concession, we won't have peace. We won't have peace. We actually live in the most peaceful time in humanity.
Yeah, ever.
Yeah, we have so much more people living than I think the last 8,000 years. If I'm mistaken.
Sure.
Yeah, and that is the story of humanity. the story. Just want to give some analysis to the significance of diplomacy, the significance of foreign policy, the significance of what Malaysia do, what we aspire to do. It cut across religion, any value. Peace, any god lah, will ask you to do peace, to enjoy peace. Any god. There's no god that asks you to do violence.
Which war?
Which war? Yeah. Anyhow, I want to ask you, Zaid.
Yeah.
If you were to put me, in a certain school of IR, what would you put me in?
International relations?
Yeah, IR school. Realist, constructivist,
Marxist analysis.
Marxism.
Yeah. Structural capitalism view. Stitch.
What's the difference?
International relations has a number of schools. So broadly speaking, the first one pretty much is realism. Essentially, the idea is the world is governed by power, and the strongest will do what they must. The weakest will suffer.
Yeah, Peloponnesian war.
How to say this trap?
Yeah.
When you have two emerging powers, they will always come into conflict, and one of them will emerge as the victor. And realism also is a thing there. Then you have the second school of thought, which is neoliberalism, which is actually that states can coexist peacefully through independence, usually through economic independence.
Yep.
Emerged, I think, after World War II.
Was the American president good?
Maybe, but scholars I think wrote a bit later on.
Yeah,
that's what it is. And then you have the third school of thought, third mazhab, third mazhab, constructivism, which is states behave the way they do because of they are. And they give meaning to some things, right? So North Korea will give meaning to the way it looks at the world. The world is dangerous and we will develop these weapons to essentially defend ourselves. I'm not well versed in constructivism, as you can tell.
Yeah. Who does?
Yeah. It's actually actually social science.
Yes, social
it's actually you give things meaning. That's what constructivism is like. Social constructivism is you give things meaning. Money, cash notes, actually notes are just paper. But we give it meaning. So in international relations is the same thing, right? We give meaning to international treaties. Actually it's just a piece of paper.
Yeah.
We give meaning to usually it's food destruction, right? It's just a concept. We give it don't increase the nuclear weapons because you can create potentials. Then you have other schools of thoughts. So you have English school, right? You have feminism. You have critical theory, which is actually what is Marxist. And Marxist takes a more Marxist view. That you have capitalist countries. They dominate more capitalist countries, and money makes the world go round. Right? And Marxist theories are not as popular as it's been. So
never work.
You have a number of interesting theories there, like your prescribed one, right? You know, Holstein. Yeah. Well, he's not actually a Marxist, right? It's not actually a Marxist, but actually he has a Marxist-ish critical analysis of the world international relations. There are a set of countries at the core that exploit the polar countries and the periphery for resources. And the exploitation is what holds the world order together. But it will come to a point where the core cannot hold. It cannot hold because of the cost between that structure is too high. It will collapse. Which also overlaps with another theory called hegemonic stability theory.
HST.
Yeah, it's a rabbit hole. It's a rabbit hole, but to sum it up, it's just making sense of the world. And you can come in from any angle.
Basically, it's just to explain why people do collectively, why people do.
Yeah, correct. Why the countries do what they do. So what are you? What is your school of thought?
You might be very surprised. Actually, what I hold true,
Yeah.
it's not what I believe, what I hold true, is not much different than the realists.
Okay. Oh, always important.
Actually, yeah. For me, power and all, I would say, manifestation of power is the one and only determinant in the international world order. One and only. And I say manifestation.
Okay.
Yeah? There are many manifestation of power.
Okay.
And this is why, like I said to a lot of my peers who subscribe to other isms of IR, I said you subscribe to feminism, to Chandra. Yeah.
This native IR, right?
Yeah, native IR lah. I forgot his name lah. And then,
For everyone essentially.
yeah. Siapa lagi? Kishore Mahbubani. Yeah. And all this.
Recently,
Yeah, that's why I say to people who subscribe to this. I said, okay lah. You say constructivism, you say everything is like a piece of paper. No. The piece of paper, the thing that construct is actually the shadow of the power itself. You said, America, the United States, they're using Hollywood as a soft power.
Yeah.
No. Say, kind of yes, but the soft power that the Hollywood is projecting is imagery of the military might.
So,
there's a manifestation of power lah.
Because of this, obviously, Alexander Watt and all that, they will say, power is a factor we don't deny, but America does what it does, essentially being an empire.
Yeah.
Because of this concept called American exceptionalism.
Yeah.
That we are exceptional, and that we will either rule the world by we're shining beacon on the hill, or Mike is like, we have military power, we have this, but it goes back to the idea that we are special and we should essentially govern the world or rule the world. And the controversies also say China is doing what it's doing today, the South China Sea, and trying to expand its presence and footprint, through Belt and Road Initiative, because
From Mitsu,
ice cream,
yeah, Popmar,
extend,
Be My,
expert,
Zeker,
talking on the brands, bro.
BYD,
Build our dreams.
Yeah.
Because this is the reason, because of Xi Jinping wanting to divide the millennium Chinese civilization.
Yeah.
So that interesting points. I agree with you. I prefer something that is more scientific.
Scientific lah. I mean, okay lah. And also, this is why also I criticize lah. Okay lah. This might contribute to your point. I also criticize the Marxist approach, right? There is no purely capitalist country oppressing socialist or some poor countries. No. If you put it on like that, if you see the world like that, you deigned to make some error.
Yeah.
Make some error, right? I say, okay, true. It is class. It's a class thing, class relation, the social relation between class. But this class, it exists across. It's a multinational existence. It exists across the line, and it might be sufficient, but it's not sufficient enough to explain all according the political boundary line. So I believe there must I add to the nuance of realism to say that the manifestation, the power and manifestation is the one and only determinant of
what you states and the way they do lah.
Yes, yeah. And to add to this Farish Noor. No, I remember his name. Yeah, Farish Noor.
Can't believe you forget his name. Most renowned action social scientist.
Farish Noor. So Farish Noor, he criticized how Malaysia do for the police.
Oh, really?
Criticize. He criticized. He does not criticize the action, but he criticizes the aspiration. Yeah, it's our aspiration to be the mediator, the centrality, Yeah.
Convenient.
Convenient semua kan. But he criticized not the action. He criticized not this. No. He criticized the false attribution. Okay. For example, dia kata, kita do all these things. Good, very good. But we shouldn't lie ourselves that we are at the forefront. No. What we do is, like you said, is hedging. We're hedging. We're always hedging our interest and leverage our interest. Where is our strategic location in this?
Yeah.
For all, like, I think in the first episode we discussed about we're also thinking about foreign policy, for example. It's this episode.
No, first episode we talk about self-help.
Self-help.
One of the episodes.
One of the episode. I think the unreleased episode. Maybe. Oh, unreleased.
Very done.
Very
Final episode.
Final episode lah. So dia cakap lah, in this region all across, I think it is true globally. We actually fight not for primacy. We fight for survival. We always fight for survival. There is no supremacy. Even the US, even the hegemon, actually fight for survival.
Very realist.
Yeah, for survival. There's no such thing as supremacy. There's no such thing as over-encompassing either survival of the people or survival of the regime or survival of the order. But it's still survival.
Yeah.
Right. The longevity. And what Malaysia do for all across the years, you say the strategic ambiguity in the formative years in regards to the Israeli question and Palestinian question, is for survival.
Palestine question.
Yeah. The Israeli and Palestine question. Yeah. Palestine, okay.
Which is first.
Yeah. No, the answer to the Israeli question is no. sorry.
Because I guess you're gonna get angry with us.
Yeah. I don't care lah. Come at me lah, Hasbara. Okay, proceed lah.
Can I just quickly just add this?
Yeah, can. Go ahead.
Different direction.
Yeah.
Just keep adding in some of the things we talk about. Malaysia's relations is really interesting. We make friends with everyone. We talk about China, obviously, about US. But don't forget, we also are big on Muslim world. OIC.
MWL, symbolic.
OIC, I'm going to mess it up. Organization of Islamic Cooperation, no longer of Islamic countries. They changed it here. And the first Secretary General of OIC was actually Tun Rahman. After him, as Prime Minister. OIC, obviously people criticizing for being a toothless tiger. He's not able to solve the Gaza genocide. But in the early years, Malaysia actually played a very important role in trying to bring the Ummah together, the Muslim majority countries together. And that speaks to domestic politics, which is the Islamist or Muslim politics that we have in the country, right? By UMNO and subsequently different parties. Then there's also our relations with India. Malaysia, don't forget, Malaysia actually has close relations with India, right? We are obviously part of OIC is Pakistan, which we are close to, but we are also close to India. And with that trade and cultural relations and education relations with India over the years, or apprentices are close to India prime ministers. Abdul Bahim, I don't remember, but Abdul Bahim PM, he helped Modi's hand while walking. And that speaks also to domestic politics. We have a significant population. Right? China, this is no brainer. 1974 till now, it's among the strongest relations that we have. Yeah, our biggest trading partner. And
sorry, Jamaat Tabligh diplomacy. Tabligh groups.
That's for India and Pakistan, right?
India, so
with China, I think what's fascinating with China is the fact that we're maintained and strengthened relations over the past decades. And one thing that I find fascinating is the fact that not only do we trade together, but we are extremely close culturally and diplomatically. There's no question about this, right? We have posted the premier of China, we posted the president of China over the past 2 years itself. And it is clear, it's very clear that Malaysia, relationship with China is among the strongest that we have, right? Besides Indonesia.
Even in KSI, in our event, got regional leader.
Yeah. KSI is big on China, right? Big on China. And that speaks to the fact that we have a significant Chinese population in the country.
Yes.
Because foreign policy doesn't operate in a vacuum. Foreign policy is an extension of domestic policy. No leaders around the world does well foreign policy and then succeed because of that. George Herbert Bush, which is George Bush's father, 1980, I'm going to get this wrong, but late 90s, late 80s, early 90s, he was actually one of the most successful presidents in the US when it comes to foreign policy. But because he did do well domestically, he lost the election. Right? So that is a key part here, is that our foreign policy is not just dictated by what happens outside, but also is heavily, significantly shaped by what happens in the country. COVID. When COVID happened, we didn't do anything. We focused on domestic. And foreign policy was put at the back burner for obvious reasons, right? That shows that it's just an extension. That domestic politics leaders in the country focus a lot of their attention on the domestic issues as opposed to foreign issues. So, Indonesia, using this as a case study, Jokowi, when he was president, actually his first term is almost 100% just domestic policy. Go out of the country to visit, as opposed to Prabowo, which is more open and more, it's very well, right? And it's very eloquently. Jokowi on the second term only then, he went up the world. He also chat ASEAN about it at one point.
Walk the walk and talk the talk.
You want to talk. And so it's important to understand, I suppose, different facets of foreign policy. Because sometimes we get lost in the weeds thinking that, oh, this is just external stuff. No, it's not external stuff. A lot of it happens internally in the country. Malaysia also had to use the multilateralism that we had. I can't tell you the amount of organizations that we are part of. We contribute to, right? One point, the United Nations, we were part of the United Nations Human Rights Council. We're part of the International Maritime Organization, IMO. We're part of a lot of things. And by the way, it's not automatic. Yeah? That tone has to be set by the top leadership. It's not something that we just do. No, the leadership says, okay, let's be part of it, because it's not free. It costs money to pay for our permanent rep in the United Nations. It costs money to maintain embassies around the world. It costs money. And Malaysia does it really well. The other country that does really well, or even better, is Singapore. Singapore obviously has a bit more pro-West stance. And obviously their relations. They don't have as many embassies as Malaysia, right? Fun fact, because the population is small. They have a much smaller civil service. Even their Ministry of Foreign Affairs is a lot smaller than, I believe, our own Ministry of Foreign Affairs, is Putra. So they have few embassies around the world, but they carry a heavier presence when it comes to maintaining diplomatic presence. That is set by the top.
If they wanted to expand, they have to take much more people from Johor.
Let's not go there lah. Let's not into about that. So I mean, the point being is that the foreign policy is shaped by leaders and domestic policy. So that's why it's important to understand the different facets of foreign policy lah. Because sometimes we talk about these things, you might be like, oh, okay lah, as a foreign minister and prime minister, they decide to the country. Not really. Foreign minister also cannot, the foreign minister in Asia, which unfortunately is not really a top position. It's top 10, not top 5. In top 5, I think top 5 for government is probably Health, Ministry of Trade, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Putra, is not top 5 when it comes to budget. And also, weirdly enough, because obviously Malaysia has a strong foreign policy, but the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is not seen as like a top position. It's not a stepping stone to be a prime minister. Usually in our style, you go through the Ministry of Education, Ministry of Home Affairs, Education, or Defense, then you select to become part of PM, but it's not Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So just giving a bit nuance, a bit different take because I think these tactics we have discussed. We talk about this is for policy.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe open a different dimension for discussion.
Yeah. I think I touched on there's different isms and different factors of the different determinant factors lah, to how a country act. Now you brought it back to the national level, which is Malaysia. Now this is very interesting. I like to come in to add into your point regarding the position of the foreign minister regarding this, whether the foreign minister actually said anything. Malaysia is one of the few curious cases in the country and globally, because all across the world, especially in the US, the foreign policy is much less determined by the president. Actually, it was the task of foreign policy were delegated to the civil servant. So all the career diplomats, all intelligence officers, they work together and they inform the secretary, and then the secretary will inform the president.
Interesting.
And that is how it was lah. That's why presidential briefing is much a thing in the US lah. But and I think it is the same lah all across the world lah. Especially also in China. In China, on the premier, the president, they set what the aspiration, the millennium aspiration. The tactics and the diplomatic tactics and the strategies were pretty much set up by the bureaucrats themselves. And if you are fortunate to live through the years like we are, we have seen how the China foreign policy has more. From the Hu Jintao's time, which is much more cordial to the international. To the war wolf.
Wolf diplomacy.
The war diplomacy.
During COVID years.
During COVID years. And then towards a much more cordial. Back to cordial.
Now, certainly China is the champion of multilateralism.
Multilateralism.
I mean, because of Trump.
And that's but that is not the changes of the leaders are not that frequent, but the changes of the policy dictums are pretty much set by the bureaucrats lah. But Malaysia is different. Malaysia, I remember when I do my undergrad lah. I asked my lecturer.
What was your undergrad on?
International relations. IR. So I asked my lecturer. Because I was confused lah. I borrow a book from the library.
Sure.
And I look at Malaysia policy. And there is one theme lah. The theme is human rights, peace, freedom. But the nitty detail changes. It changes very frequently. And it changes very frequently according to the leaders at the time. According to the Prime Minister at the time. Not the Foreign Minister. The Prime Minister at the time. It changes. Like what for example, during the time of Tun Dr. Ismail, it's very much actually decided by Tun
Dr.
Ismail, and it is the thing that has been like ongoing theme lah. So I asked my lecturer, doctor, how to explain this? How to put this into isms? I cannot find any ism that can properly explain. I know lah, the thing is actually an expression of survival. But it is not exactly an ism. There are things that Malaysia do that go against the interests of Malaysia's power projection. Right? If Malaysia wanted to go along with the power projection, Malaysia could have easily go to the Singaporean roots. Or the Sukarno's time of aligning with Moscow. Scam. Right? The time. Or Brunei aligning with the British. But Malaysia, sometimes there are some aspects that are not very coherent. So I asked my lecturer. And my lecturer provided a very interesting answer. all these kind of isms cannot sufficiently and adequately explain the Malaysian action
Policy.
action policy,
Policy.
because Malaysia's main guiding principle,
Yeah.
or lack thereof, in foreign policy is actually idiosyncrasy.
Yeah, much of it. Yeah,
Much of it.
yeah.
It depends on the leader of the day, the prime minister of the day.
Contrary to what you will
Yeah.
read a document by Ministry of Foreign Affairs
Oh.
that they publish actually like I suppose like I won't say playbook, but it's not the right word, but basically foreign policy document that actually outlines the values, right? But actually that's more descriptive than prescriptive.
Yes, yes.
They are just saying, look at the past 50 years.
Yeah.
These are the values.
Yeah.
But this is to your point, it's not exactly the values. It's actually set by the leaders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the United States policy, we can predict.
Yeah.
We can predict. For whatever, for example,
It's about Trump.
but even if Trump, let's say the tariffs and the ban for example, ban for TikTok, right?
Yeah.
The overwhelming voice from the business and also for the foreign the diplomats community, the overwhelming opinion go against Trump. Then Trump has like put in the back burner the decision to ban TikTok for so long lah.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah, and we can actually predict lah. And yeah, if you go to Kalshi, the betting the betting site lah, it's actually very in line with it basically give credence to the realism, the hegemonic theory or of American accent. But Malaysia cannot. Malaysia is very So and I thought, wow, this is very interesting lah, because Malaysia is and I tried to think of another contemporary case of where Malaysia, the prime minister do something that completely unorthodox, and then the country that are involved in this got spooked and then tried to mend relations. And I remember Mahathir during his third term. Mahathir. Yeah, Mahathir 1980s and 1990s is to term. 1990s.
Oh, you mean the yes,
Yeah, the third term. Yeah.
90s lah.
Yeah, 2018 lah. 2018 is the third term.
Yes, we're talking about two tenureship lah.
Two tenureship lah. The second tenureship. 2.0. Correct. In the 2018. So Mahathir, his brand is championing Islamic cause. The Ummatic cause lah. So at the time, if you remember, in 2018, what's big in the news is allegation towards China's the treatment of the Uyghur people. Yeah, allegation lah. Xinjiang. And so Mahathir raised this issue. Like very much lah. And then, you know what? You know how China react? At the time, right, in Malaysia, because we had so many projects with China, we wanted to renegotiate it. Like, got spooked. Even our country internally got spooked. You don't know what to do because Mahathir and then because China wanted to mend the cordial relationship, China invited representatives from Muslim countries, including Malaysia, to visit.
Oh, Xinjiang.
Yeah, Yusof Rawal is in the delegation. Remember?
So
yeah, and then they bring Yusof Rawal to the places, and then they show, okay, this is Xinjiang. You can see, and it caused so much flack lah on behalf of PH lah, because there's an accusation that Yusof Rawal relent. Yusof Rawal relent on the Yusof Rawal. Sorry. Mujahid. Yeah.
Was the Minister of Minister of
Religious Affairs. Some religious affairs. And that's one of the things that, one of the few things that actually show the primacy of the decision, the dictums of the Prime Minister. And that's shaped the Malaysian foreign policy.
But I think some people will say that they can do tactical changes, but they still operate in the framework of that country. So they have space to move through, but they cannot veer off too much from the framework or the sandbox they're in.
Yeah, I mean that's the art of hedging things lah. Like for example, the issue of South China Sea lah. Yeah. So and we collectively as ASEAN, we produce a code of conduct
just to, because I think we have to be careful. So South China Sea, to explain, uh, South China Sea, obviously, Malaysia is divided by South China Sea. And what's happened over the past, I want to say 50, 60 years is that China, through ROC, Republic of China and People's Republic of China, both laid claim to South China Sea being their territorial waters. To be exact, I think TEZ lah. Their economy.
Territorial water. Not just easy.
Both, okay, yeah. So there's even.
So, sorry if I become pedantic.
Another territorial water.
Yeah.
So not even easy.
Yeah,
right?
even.
Easy will come later on.
Yeah.
More expensive. So, what happened was the country that is badly affected is Philippines and Vietnam because sprightly parasol islands are in this region. And in our side of our country, in Sabah, these are parasol islands. They're, I don't know, say parasol. So they're actually rocks and a pole, but very small islands. And what happens is China over the years has built and expanded the islands to do with land recognition, built out of these islands, both military and civilian installations. In one of the islands in Spain, near Vietnam, they actually even built a hotel for Chinese people to go and visit. And so why is it an issue? Because these are actually the territorial waters of these countries. But China said no. Based on our 9-dash line, historical trade, this is ours. And that 9-dash line has been essentially dismissed by the arbitration court. So, but China still has continued
claims
and not just claims, but building and militarization of these islands. And so Vietnam and Philippines has taken a more aggressive approach. For obvious reasons, they are badly affected. But Malaysia is taking a more relaxed approach because we are affected, but not badly affected. There are some oil reserves that I think they are China's claiming. And so Malaysia is trying to address this. So back to you. So, just wanted to make sure.
It's okay. Yes, context. I tend to jump straight into the thing. So anyhow so Malaysia, like you said, there are some tolerance, some margin of tolerance, and Malaysia tried to play. That's why Malaysia collectively in ASEAN produced a code of conduct of how to navigate the South China Sea, and that is the flavor of Malaysia foreign policy. Like it's not, the territorial integrity is indeed a big thing in Malaysia. Where we rightfully so, we try to defend our territorial integrity or sovereignty, but the Malaysian foreign policy, Malaysian the entire bureaucrat of Malaysian foreign policy, we also recognize the limits of our grasp. And not to say towards China, I'm not saying just solely towards China, but also towards the US. Because, US, they conducted a lot of FONOPs, which is freedom of navigation operation.
They could basically say that this will belong to you and these are international waters. So that we can use our warships and go through these waters that are claimed by China and other countries. So 4 knots, FON.
4 knots. So they conducted a lot of FONOPs operation. All across the world. All across the world. All across the world.
I seem to prefer this system.
I would
cases,
I will come to that. And sometimes their FONOPs operation might cross some line.
Right. You mean like some territorial waters?
Some, not just territorial waters, but archipelagic waters. So archipelagic waters is treated as part of it's not water, but rather it's part of the land. Archipelagic.
Okay.
In the UNCLOS. However, they might cross some cases. And when Malaysia or any country wanted to talk to the US as a country, said, okay, can you explain this? you must remember, US is not a signatory to the UNCLOS.
UNCLOS, yeah, basically is the Convention of the Law of the Seas.
Yeah.
They formalize the law of the seas.
US is not, it's not a party.
They refuse to.
It's not a party.
Yeah.
Who is a party of UNCLOS? China.
Yeah.
It's a upside down world.
US is one of the few, but one of the 2-3 countries that are not part of UNCLOS.
I mean, and other landlocked country, I mean, like Switzerland.
Hey, US will say, again, right? Constructivism. Super all
Yeah.
American exceptionalism, we can do whatever we want.
Yeah.
We don't have to be tied to these petty sentences.
Yes.
But also realism will say, yeah, that's the whole thing.
There's a whole thing.
We can't act as in peace.
Yeah.
We are the strongest nation in the world.
Yeah.
We got the most tanks, the most bombs, the most nuclear weapons, the most warships, the biggest economy.
Yeah. There's a funny anecdote lah. I don't know if you allow this.
Yeah.
Okay. US carrier.
Yeah.
So US carrier, when they travel, no ship can stop them.
Oh, wow. The carrier group.
The carrier.
With all the warships.
Right? So it's not that they cannot. I mean, they have technically, legally, they can, but who would stop them?
Yeah.
So there's one case, if I'm not mistaken, the story goes up. So the captain of the ship received a transmission from a distant some radio lah. Who are you traveling here? Please identify yourself. And please change your course lah.
Yeah.
Right? And then the captain of the ship said, "Oh, this is a USS Ford. We are traveling. We are exercising our freedom of navigation. Please stay away. Please you change course."
Okay.
Right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then the radio.
Is it a civilian ship?
Huh?
No, the radio is from a civilian ship.
Yeah. And then the radio said, "No, you don't understand. You need to change course." And then the captain of the ship said, "Oh, we are carrying a fleet. We are nuclear armed. We have blah, 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 blah." And they list out how many. And you choose whether you're going to be rammed by us.
Wow.
Or you change course. And that's actually how it was.
It's a true story.
The activity is true, but this, I don't know. It's true. This is a joke in the wrong.
Legend.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then the other radio said, "Hello, we are a lighthouse."
Oh my God. What is this actually happened?
No, there's a story. Yeah, I said the urban myth. But
that's funny.
That's funny. But just to show the
arrogance.
The arrogance. How the US can act. But the point of this story is to show that, okay, sure, Malaysia will try to play. This is actually diplomacy. This is actually foreign policy. We try to put stopgaps before the real thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we try to do all this kind of things. We try to mediate. Like, it is unfortunate what happened actually between Cambodia and
Thailand. Yeah.
It is unfortunate. Yeah, but who are you to say that we shouldn't try to negotiate?
I absolutely agree. I don't know why people make fun of PFX.
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense. Like, there's a border conflict.
Yeah,
people are actually dying.
Yeah,
and people have to relocate. At least we're trying to do something. The least you can do is keep quiet. There's no point making fun of efforts to stop or.
And apa? I don't know lah. Macam
if hardliners when it comes to peace, yeah.
Huh?
Hardliners.
I'm pro peace.
Yeah.
I would wage war for peace. No, lagi dia.
Peacefully. Wage war for peace.
Please don't resist. anyhow lah. So I
think America has done it before. They use their guns to say don't start a war.
Yeah.
Come to the sea.
Yeah.
You're gonna trash you, right?
I mean that's how the Bosnian conflict came to an end lah. The NATO came and bombed it.
Yeah.
And then they accidentally bombed the Chinese embassy.
Yeah, the bombing.
Anyhow lah.
People say it was an accident. I think it's I guess.
Some people, not we but some people lah. Always some people lah.
China, it was China saying.
I don't know lah about that lah. We try to do the non-aligned movement lah. Yes. But anyhow, that's how we when people not only make fun, when people criticize the decision of our leaders to even mediate or present a solution, whether it is rightfully deserved or not, but actually we stop people killing each other. That's a good effort. That's a good effort. Lagi memalukan apabila kritikan ini datang daripada orang Islam. Apakah tuntutan sebagai seorang Muslim? Mengamankan dua pihak yang bergaduh. Sedangkan kucing tengah jalan gaduh pun kita ada tanggungjawab untuk jangan. Ini bahaya. Jangan gaduh. Betul tak? Even budak-budak gaduh pun tanggungjawab kita adalah cakap jangan gaduh.
Jangan cop. Betul ke kucing tu? Betul. But usually orang suka tengok orang gaduh.
Itu
Dia tak buat. Kan?
Tengok gaduh tu biasa lah. Tapi tanggungjawab.
Tapi tu aku dah backup fight kucing. Jangan gaduh.
Jangan gaduh kan. Tu kucing aku. Itu lah. Stick lah. Tapi tanggungjawab seorang Islam adalah mengamankan dua pihak yang sedang bergaduh. Itulah tuntutan. Nabi ajar tu.
Agree.
Kalau kau ada masalah dengan benda tu, kau better consult balik lah. Check hati.
Also to non-Muslims also lah. Like stop making fun of PM trying to help Gaza.
Yeah.
It's also like claiming why so selective? Is it because Gaza is Islam? It doesn't matter. We also
we have the Catholics lah in the...
Absolutely,
Yeah.
It's a more recent point. The Ukrainian the Russian invasion of Ukraine. We spoke up against that.
Yeah.
That's not an Islamic issue. There's a principle issue. We take a principle stand when it comes to Gaza, when it comes to Ukraine. I don't understand why it is such a controversial thing to say that PM shouldn't be so vocal when it comes to Gaza.
Yeah.
They say he's more Hamas than Hamas. What kind of nonsense is this?
Yeah.
Like the man is trying to speak up against a genocide. Babies are being killed, murdered. If this happened to your friend's baby, you would speak out. So please, I think there's humanity. Malaysia is doing the right thing. I honestly don't know why he's being criticized for this. Because the criticism is he's not focused on the backyard. He is focused on the backyard. He can do two things at the same time.
Yeah.
You can do foreign policy and domestic policy at the same time. To suddenly say, this PM or extremist, Islamic. No, the one who is extremist is you. Extremists are people, extremists are people that keep quiet when babies are being killed. That's extremism.
Yeah.
Moderates are people that say, no, don't kill babies. Extremism are people that say, that's not sure anything. Babies are being killed. So that's extremism. And extremists are people that do that.
When you're complicit, you don't want to be complicit. I can forgive if much of this conversation is constructive. Say lah, you criticize things could have been done better.
Yeah.
But you don't criticize things is being done at any stage. You don't.
For example, reduce the heat. Quantum should be less. Okay, fair. It's a actionable policy proposal.
Yeah.
Or give this heat to Sudan. Completely fair.
Yeah.
Or why give to Gaza, give to Sudan? Completely fair.
Yeah.
Completely fair.
Betul.
I don't know. It's like, also it's a symptom of lack of IR understanding. Like lack of exposure to international affairs. Like, why do you
waktu Timor Leste kena bantai. We help. We provide.
They're not Muslims.
Yeah, they're not even Muslims.
Yeah.
And there are multiple cases. Okay lah, sure. This thing might inconvenience you. You see this thing constantly on news. Why? Because it is persisting.
It's happening.
Come on, do something. If you don't want to see it, like aku rimah lah, do something about it.
Yeah.
Do something. Sure, you vote ke apa ke, do anything, every single thing. All this, like, not to say, I Zaim know me lah. A lot of people know me. That I am not partisan to any government.
Yeah.
I'm not partisan to any camps. I'm not partisan to anything. I just like to bash people.
Like critical.
Critical.
Like Marxism.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Leftist.
Leftist.
I terlepas.
Sorry lah. Ni Richard Marx. Encik Mat.
It's me. Marx is you. How did you Marx?
Apa?
You know what? Just macam lah. This is the segment where we talk about what can you do as individuals.
Yes.
As global citizens.
As a global citizen. Yeah. This. Okay, granted lah, you penat, granted, you have a lot of things to say. But first, you don't have to take a stance yet. I know. I don't know about you. I am being very forgiving to our listeners who might be out there. Yeah. It's okay. You don't have to take a stance first. Just educate yourself. Just educate yourself.
You play research.
Buka buku, educate yourself.
Bukan CGP boleh?
Kan? CGP, any some semblance of reading lah. Buka Jawi ke apa ke, I don't know lah. But just read, just baca. Iqra lah, baca. Right. We have multiple, a lot of cases where we truly want to help. Where we truly wanted to help people. Like people in South Africa, they're not Muslim.
Oh yeah.
They're not Muslims. Yeah. And what
Ireland mentioned just now.
Ireland, Libya, okay lah. It's a matter of principle. It's just so happens so this thing, the reason why we have such a okay, granted there is an unbalanced emphasis towards Gaza issue. Why? Because this issue has been weaponized.
Yeah.
By none other than yours truly.
Yeah.
Yours truly means some bad faith political actors lah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If these people don't act, they say, oh, then what happened? I do not care about this.
Yeah.
Dia macam, damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Yeah.
Right. And then just happens to be like, we need to, principle method.
They just diving into domestic.
Yeah.
Into domestic. Shape the or some people they use religion.
Yeah.
The case of Gaza.
Yeah.
They use religion to say, oh, we support the like this because of religion. I think that's just not okay.
Yeah.
Lumba was actually right, all religions in the world, major religions support this.
Yeah.
There's no religion that you are that says they support war.
Yeah.
So I think check the principles. If there's something absolutely wrong there, support a genocide.
Yeah.
Something absolutely wrong there. No one should support the killing of babies and children, men and women in that case.
Yeah.
Malaysia doesn't do that. So I think this is the part where I want to go a bit more actionable.
Yeah.
So understanding yourself, educating yourself is important. There are actually groups that are in Malaysia that does, I suppose, people-to-people diplomacy, educating diplomacy. I co-founded an association called Malaysian Youth Diplomacy. I think it in Mind Diplomacy in 2018, about 7 years ago. And this group aims to merayatkan diplomacy.
Yeah. Democracy.
Merayatkan. And we are one of the many groups out there in Malaysia that are actively trying to educate the public when it comes to diplomacy and international relations.
Yeah.
So take the first step to educate and then eventually don't just jump the gun, right? Educate yourself first. If you don't know, just try to read that first. And if you are more interested, you can join associations, you can take courses, you can read more complex stuff like New York.
You can subscribe. Go to KSI Insight.
KSI Insight, yes. KSI, Cousin Malaysia. I was going to say you can read a plethora of different things like The Economist, New York Times. They give you different perspectives, which is necessary. Al Jazeera, BBC, very important as well. I want to just correct myself just now. I made a bit of an error, factual error, because I like to think that I do mainstream very well. Just like you see, Tunapé Ismail, he was the Minister of External Relations. Is the word that they use for India, I think it's Minister of Relations, basically Minister of Foreign Affairs. In 1962, he took up the Rahman's time. Yeah. Actually,
he's the one who wear the traditional attire to the United Nations. Yes.
So I think he was. He actually had some of the permanent rep in UN, permanent rep of Nation to United Nations. So he wasn't actually deputy. He wasn't actually foreign minister during 2000 time, but he was deputy prime minister during time. Okay, so I just want to correct myself because I think we can get the current stuff wrong, but we can't get history wrong.
Unqualified expert.
Yeah.
Yeah, we try to correct ourselves on the things that matter.
Unqualified experts can be wrong on the current issues, but cannot be wrong on the
Historical.
because history is an established facts. And those who don't learn history are kidding. History doesn't repeat history rhymes.
The Santana, Black Magic Woman. Oh, wrong person.
Was it? I thought that he put essays.
History.
You know why? Do some closing thoughts.
Yeah.
Before we end this episode. So for me, just a quick one. The title is basically Malaysia is friends with everyone, but we have values and principles that we uphold for a peaceful, stronger, rules-based world order.
My closing thoughts is I'm excited for the new year.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, this is my closing thoughts.
Working very hard.
Yeah, working very
Last
hard.
day, last hour.
11th hour.
It's 11:59 now. I think we can call it a day. And see you at the next episode.
See you in the next episode. I think we're gonna for next year gonna start something very
different.
Very different. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So ciao. See you next.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Like, subscribe, and
oh yes.
comment. Yeah.
That's
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Ciao. Bye.